My dear friends, today we begin the season of Advent, when the Church reminds us of not only the spiritual need to prepare for the coming of Christmas, our Lord into the world, taking on human flesh, but also our preparation for his second coming, when he returns in glory as King and Judge of the living and the dead. And so these weeks are a special time of prayer, reflection, and penance. But the Church also teaches us that there are other presences of the Lord. The Lord comes to us in different ways. For example, in the holy sacrifice of the Mass, the Lord is present, real and substantially. He comes as food to prepare us for meeting him in judgment and glory. But for this first week of Advent, I'm going to suggest for you and me that we reflect on a particular coming of Christ in our midst, one we often forget, and that is when he comes to us in our neighbor. Jesus says in the Gospel, where 2 or 3 are gathered in my name, I am there. And so, my dear friends, whenever we meet another human being, Christ is present to us. He invites us to recognize his life in them. Or as he said on the night before he died, is to love them as he loves them. My question is, do we recognize Christ in our neighbor, our friend, our spouse, our child, even those who have hurt us? Do we recognize his loving presence? Do we remember how much he loves them and we're invited to love them as well? Do we use the opportunities when we encounter others to give thanks to God for the gift of our life and the gift of the person we have met, and the fact that through him or her, we have the ability to love Christ, to respond to his gracious love? Advent is a season of the many comings of Christ, and some are closer to us than we could ever possibly imagine.